It's at times like this when it's raining really hard and outdoor dining is a much less attractive option that the city's proof of vaccination mandate is going to be really put to the test. Monday, day one of New York City enforcing a new rule requiring restaurants to ask for proof of COVID vaccination for indoor dining. It starts with a simple printed notice and a kind heads up from restaurant staff like Carmen, manager at Tacombe on Manhattan's Bleecker Street in the Village.
We wanted to be safe, our staff, our guests. That's why we just follow all the instructions by the government. You know?
I was totally fine with it. I think we got to do whatever we can to stem the tide of, the pandemic issue, for sure.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says defiance of the new rule will be costly in the form of a hefty $1,000 fine per infraction for failing to ask for proof of vaccination.
I think folks understand by now we are resolute, and if anyone wants to not follow the rules that everyone else has to follow, then of course there'll be consequences.
However, expect to occasionally spot signs like this, a not-so-subtle form of protest, this one in front of Rocco's Pastry Shop on Bleecker Street. This custom sign starts off with the obvious, quote, "We do not discriminate against any customer based on sex, gender, race, creed, and age."
It's going to kill a lot of business.
But the next line attempts to transform the COVID vaccine from a health issue into a matter of discrimination and politics. This kind of messaging appeals to Marcia, one of Rocco's longtime customers.
I just became American citizen.
Oh, congratulations. She's an immigrant from Italy who says she does not believe in the efficacy of the COVID vaccine.
We don't need the government to stab us whatever they think. If we allow this now, we will have in the future more and more oppression.
So let me ask you this. You consider vaccinations a political issue and not a health issue?
Wait a moment.
I'm asking you.
Yeah. This is turning into a political issue.
Do you consider it a political issue?
Yes.
If you're not interested in lugging around the hard copy of your vaccination card, you can always use the state's Excelsior app, the city's COVID Safe app. You can also use the Notes app on your phone or even Adobe Scan. In the Village, Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.